Well, hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to another exciting, fun-filled episode of Mailbag. What's in the mailbag today for petey? And today we have a package from Louisville, and it is from petey Electronics. My petey unboxing video. Hey. What do we have here? Always goody stuff from petey Electronics. We have two, not one, but two, count them, of the super cheap TRS 6.35 mil, or is it 6.5? I forget. These are, well, this is all going to come together rather gracefully. And I will expound upon that information shortly. Here we have female 6.35 quarter inch. However you slice it, those first ones that I showed you, those connect to this. So that goes like that, and then like I'll remove the screws off of this, and we play a game called Beep Beep Cant, and Gamty takes one probe and I take the other, and she'll hold it on the ground, and then I'll go to what I think is the ground, and if we get the music, then I'll mark G, or I'll take something like a X-Acto knife and make a little hash marks on the side of the jack where the ground terminal is. And then there's ring and tip, because these connectors are TRS, tip, ring, and sleeve. So this is the tip, this is the ring, and this is the sleeve. Now these aren't the best connectors, these are cheap 90s, but it is what it is. It's not for audio. This is going to be for a foot switch. So here we have the business end of the deal. These soft touch momentary contact, I've got 3 of them. So the idea with this is I got a new toy. I got a new pedal, which part of its functionality is through an external jack, this jack. So you have 2 input right and left, 2 output right and left, and then power. And this is a looping drum machine pedal. So it's called a Donner Circle. So to access up and down bank for pre-recorded loops. And then the third button is a record button, I believe. Not exactly sure on that the third button being record, because there already is a record button on here, but I have to figure all that out after I put this together. So I'm going to take this cable that'll plug into here, and then this is going to be the other end. So I'm going to need a cable that has 3 wires in it. One for the ground, one for the, which is here, the sleeve. 1 wire for the ground or the sleeve, 1 wire for the ring, and 1 wire for the tip. So it's a 3-wire cable, and I'll make that exactly as long as I feel it needs to be. And then I have this chassis pre-made, which this is it's an organizer tray that I got from Goodwill, and I cut the bottom off of it. It had a big ugly lip that came out. So I used my side cutters and snipped that out and then sanded it. Then I custom cut this piece of wood here. And it's actually, I was thinking of cutting pieces of wood to put in here, like, so I don't break it by stepping on it too hard. But it's so solid, I'm not gonna do that. So what I will be doing is maybe on the side or maybe on the top in here, putting the output in, the jack, output jack, and then there'll be the 3-foot switches will go on the top, nice and wide. Maybe I'll put some rubber feet on the bottom or something to grab it. And then there's these 3 diodes that I have taped to the bottom, because when you wire this thing up on the 3rd switch, there's a pair of diodes that go in the wiring to make this function how it's supposed to function. And I'm not exactly, I'd have to sit there and look at that to kind of figure out what's going on, but it's just in the way that they designed it for switching, to get 3 switches on 3 wires, because typically 3 switches would mean 4 wires for that functionality. They figured out a way to do it using these diodes. And here is another package from Tata. This is so exciting. 2 packages from Tata. What did I get? 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 We got switchies. Yay. We got toggle switches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 big old honkin' toggle switches. And we got 2 4-bangers, 18650 4-holders. I was out of these. 2 of these. Now I am going to have to go over my records here. So I will just keep that bag there. And these parts. Now we have speaker terminal connectors. These are always handy. And I was out of these, so I grabbed a couple more. They're affordable. They're not really that high quality. You got to be kind of careful when you operate them, because I've had them fall apart. Oh, these. Every time I order from Tata, I'm going to be getting extras of these. These are really great. They are 1/4" to 1/8" adapters, stereo, and they're 90s. And I got 4 of those. Never have enough of those. Never have enough of those. And then here is a pair. These are doubles. And these are smart. So they're speaker connectors that have all 4 on 1 strip. So you mount it with 2, like ideally I think you would use rivets to mount these. And that way it's half the work. You only need 2 fasteners, whereas if you're using 2 separate ones, you'd use 4. So these are 3.5 mil female jacks, and they have 4 connection terminals on them instead of 3. So the one is useless, but the long tongue is the ground. The one on the left is tip, the one on the right is sleeve, and the top one is that other sleeve that they're doing now. They're making these 4 connectors, but it still works with 3. It still works with 3. And last but not least, we got something that's kind of heavy here. Ooh, this looks like this is fun in here. This is, and again, Tata's usually pretty good, but man, I count everything. These are 2 amp fuses. 2 amp fuses. And these are the 5mm ones. So, should be all set. Should be set for life on those fuses. I'm gonna cut this one short and make sure that I go through and count everything on these orders that Tata didn't jip me. We had, I ordered a bunch of 125B chassis for pedal building, and they sent me 1590A. Like, I ordered like 8. And then their response was, we're out of them. How about this? We'll give you a coupon for $10. Then you don't have to pay for any of the 1590As we sent you. You can keep them. So like a fool, I went for it. But I mean, I wish I would have gotten those 1590 or 125Bs. Those are they're pedal enclosures, but they're extra tall. So when you mount them, when you're drilling them out. Now, mind you, Tata offers a service where you can get the pedal enclosures, pedal chassis pre-drilled. And that's what I've been doing. I've been getting them pre-drilled. And man, that makes pedal building in my life so much easier than having to drill that stuff and painting it. Oh, forget that. I just get them pre-drilled. I believe it's $6 to get those. You know, if they're the smaller size, maybe $6.99 for the bigger size. But it's such an unbelievable value because if you go on eBay just trying to find the box alone, you'll pay that or more. So it's like, get them from Tata. They're powder coated, which means it's better than painted. The finish is better, you know, and then they're pre-drilled. But these particular chassis were tall. For me at the time, they didn't offer the powder coated pre-drilled chassis. So what that enabled me to do was mount the 1/4 inch input and output and the 5.5 mil outer diameter DC connector all on the same plane. So you would have your input and output on the top of the pedal, the back, and then the power jack too, which that's just the way I like to do it. I know people like to do it the other way, where you have 90 pancake cables coming in, and that's great, but I'm a pre-pancake guy. I like big, beefy 99-cent connectors. That whole pancake thing, or build your own solderless cables. That's Pengar. That's money that PD doesn't have. So I do it the way I do it. You do it the way you do it. We can still be friends, can't we? All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mailbag. What's in the mailbag today for PD? I would ask that you hug your pets. Kita, Popitas. Could you bring him over here so I can hug him? I'll show you exactly how you do this in just a moment here. And I don't think we're going to do that. All that needs to get put back.
Back or just in the other room?
Well, the long one goes behind the door. And the rest of it goes on the
I
side.
thought in the other room. I mean, like kitchen. Okay.
No, it goes in where we keep the stuff. And then the saw.
What?
Saw goes back.
I just want to see him on the.
Oh, the huggy boy.
Oh, the baby.
Hi, you see? This is Daddy and Kita. See? Kita, look. Look.
Oh, he's purring. What a good boy. Oh, baby. That's all I get. Well, you get the idea. And now, of course, it's stand and deliver. He stands, I deliver.
Wow, 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 treat. You want, wow, 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 have a little treat?
Yes, you do.
Where's your plate?
Yeah, we got you a pink plate. I like to put the treats on something. We've got these, I ordered memory cards. And the blister pack Would you hand me one of those plates?
Oh, how come they're never here?
There's one up there on the lamp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I call Kita's plate. And it's got a little spot where the TF card goes and then the bigger slot for the SD adapter. And so what I do, I'll put three
I didn't know what that was from.
three treats in there, and then you can hold it. It's got this cutout for the TIFF card where your finger fits in there perfectly. So then I can give Kita his treats on a plate. And ironically enough, he is scared of the push broom. It's a roller broom. It's a kind of like a vacuum. It's a little push broom. It's a little red box, and it's got a handle, and there's like wheels under it, and it's got a brush. So when you roll this thing, it picks up debris and throws it inside the canister, and then when you flip it upside down, you can open that canister and then turn it upside down over the garbage can, shake it out, and it's just like a vacuum, but there's no noise and there's no AC. You run it by hand. So when I work, oftentimes I just throw everything on the ground. It's like all the debris, like if I'm working with wood or drilling, I just sweep it all on the ground, or I'll try to get it into a garbage can, or like with the little bits of wire and the wire, every time I splice, I'm removing insulation, and that little piece of insulate falls on the ground. So all that stuff, like ideally, let's say I finish working and it's 2 a.m., the idea of running a vacuum, it's not the best thing to do when you rent and live in an MDU. So this push vac has become like my favorite thing. Like I use it all the time. Typically, up until recently, because I've been working in the kitchen, but I've been running that every day. And he's scared of it. It's just like a leftover thing of the vacuum. You know, and he's down there. He's at ground level, and here's this thing coming at him and coming back. So he doesn't really understand that it's good. It makes his treats taste better. It's nice. It's not going to get to him, and he shouldn't be scared of it. But at the same time I adopted this behavior, I've also adopted these plates. So do you like his plates? I think he does. I think he likes that. I think he does like it. If I could just get him so he doesn't run away when I vacuum, because see, I don't like that when he runs away. I feel like, you know, it's like, here comes big bad daddy, and you know, he's scared of me.
He runs from me too.
Yeah. Because have I ever really been mean to him?
No,
Not really. I guess I grabbed him one time when we were sleeping,
but it's not being
and I
mean.
pulled him. Pulled him, get over here, like I did that one. I don't know what it was. You know, we're human. We're not perfect. And like the way I was brought up was like that, like battling and fighting, and that was always encouraged. Like my dad would play rough with us like that, throwing us around and stuff, you know. So that is part of who I am, and I gotta try to really watch that and keep that in check, because he's just a little baby. Poor baby Kita. He's a nice baby. Nice little baby chicken boy. Yes, he's a good boy. All right, you guys, I am going to work on that switch, that foot switch thing, and you can look forward to hearing us do some looping at some point. The switch, I guess I didn't show you guys, and I've got a document on it. So it's the Digitech FS3X Workalike wiring diagram by Paul Morrissey, 621.9. at the DIYguitarist.com. So you see here you can use 1N4001 or 1N4148 diodes. Switches are normally open, momentary contact. I have foot switches, and a plastic enclosure works fine. So if you're looking to replicate a FS3X, switch 3X for the Digitech Trio, or I'm hoping, like, I don't know for sure if this switch works on the Donner Circle Looper, but I'm guessing it does, because when I saw that they sold an external foot switch for this, I looked it up and I found an auction. Someone was selling this pedal with a Digitech FS3X in the same auction. And it said, oh, it's a different foot switch, but it works. So I looked that up and found someone had taken one apart and cloned it. And it's really not difficult to do. So I'm going to be doing that, and I will definitely do a follow-up on that for you guys. This one's ending up getting very long again, and I've got to try to get some work done tonight before we did Hoken yesterday, which is when you slow cook ribs on a bullet smoker, and that's one of my favorite things. It's just so good, so good. So we're going to have that more than likely. I'm not sure if anything spectacular has popped up.
Sorry, we don't have coleslaw. But we have everything else.
We don't have coleslaw?
No, you had the last of it yesterday. I can see if I can whip some up. I just totally thought of it now.
Oh, see how food related I am?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we've been watching, she knows. We've been watching season 4 of Stranger Things. And I'm having a tough time with it. I really am. Those kids, they were funny looking, but they were kind of cute when they were young, and now they're just really weird and awkward looking. Especially the one kid.
The one with the dark hair?
The chubbier one.
Oh, yeah, I don't know anybody.
With the curly hair.
Okay. Yeah. Like, are those braces even real at this point? Didn't he have braces on the first season?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
And there's some like stoner, like Iron Maiden guy in it
Eddie,
now.
I think his name is.
Anyway, my daughter recommended it, and I don't want to be like. She recommended me this band, and I can't stand this bit. Like, I can't tell you, like, not since. I think I like Milli Vanilli compared to these guys, but they're called Idols. And it's this hipster thing, and this guy is like going around in circles on a stage, stamping his foot as hard as he can, like, and he's like, in a bag of Charlie Sheen, like, you know, singing about cocaine, and then it's like, oh, we sing about our issues and addictions and stuff that we're really against or whatever. And like, my daughter was trying to tell me how deep they are, and I really gave it a shot with these guys. Like, I was checking out their Tiny Desk concert, and the amount of hipster, you can't say faggotry anymore, right? The amount of hipster gaiety that was displayed, I don't know, like, I guess it's true. Music is subjective, because I would literally rather pour hot oil into my dick hole than listen to this fucking band. All right, you guys, I'll cut you loose. Don't check out that band. They were over 10 years ago anyway. I don't know why all of a sudden she thinks these guys are. I suspect the influence of someone else. I don't think it's her, though.
They're not over 10 years ago. Their album was, their first whatever was in 2017. So
Yeah,
they
like I
formed,
said.
they formed in 2009, but they didn't have their first album until 2017.
10 years ago. All right, you guys take care of yourselves. Wish me luck on the Switch, and peace.